everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Mass Effect 1. For some reason now, whenever I hit record, Shepard draws her weapon. Not sure what's causing that, but anyway, um, today's mission here is pretty straightforward. Again, we're going to finish off Novaria, um, and then head on to the ship, talk to the crew, and if all that goes quickly enough, we'll maybe do a side mission or two, Uncharted World or something like that. But mission here, of course, first and foremost, is to finish off here on Novaria. Let's get to it.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
You mean the aliens?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
Tell me about those aliens.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
Yeah, how did they get here?
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
Hey, you gotta feel bad for this guy. Definitely suffering from some post-traumatic stress disorder. No doubt about that. We do get an email from him in the second game talking about kind of still dealing with that. But well, we'll see what he talks about here. Tell me about the Rachni.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
Yeah, maybe so. You know anything about Benezia?
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
Tell me about how did you survive it?
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. I believe here in this Hot Labs Restored mod that we will see actually her right by the tram. We'll see if that's still the case. Yeah, you did what you had to.
If you hadn't, you'd be dead too.
Of course. That is perfectly true.
Indeed. All right.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
See if they have anything to say.
Okay, this one will get you. How can you tell jokes? So this hydrogen atom says to another hydrogen, I lost my electron. I've heard this one. And the other hydrogen says, man, are you sure? I'm positive.
Oof. Oh, that laugh too.
Shut up.
Yeah.
God.
Poor people who know how long they've been in this high stress situation and dude's dropping some awful dad jokes.
Can you get us off the mountain?
I'm working on it, maybe.
I used to have nightmares like this. Too many cheap horror vids before it lights out. We were running on batteries before the connection to Central was restored. You'll do something about those things, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
I wish they'd let us work. If I had something to do, it'd take my mind off. Ugh.
Yep. I can imagine.
I should have taken my vacation. No, I had to get those last few alleles nailed down.
Yeah, that's important work. remember that desk. Alright, a little bit of metagel. This one here.
You're not part of the crew.
I'm here to make a cure, buddy.
I have Ventralis's permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Yeah. Alright. Making the cures, man, could be a little tricky for me sometimes to get that timing, but we'll see. And then, of course, that Asari's gonna come in here to try and take us out. My mind, I think Captain Ventrilla is the one who let her know we're down here. That's my guess at what happened. Basically set a trap. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it. That's the likely outcome. All right, let me go ahead and do the usual quick save. And again, today it's taking a little longer. It does seem not as long as yesterday, but still. All right, what's this? All right. Um, yeah, I have a little trouble with. This isn't easy for me. Yeah, I thought I got that one. Dang it. What the heck? Bear with me, folks. Thought I got that. Hey, finally. Sorry for taking so long.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
I thought she seemed odd.
Where's the guard?
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped
Ordered
in
by
this
who?
lab. Weapons free!
Bye. Was she ordered by Ventrillus or was she ordered by Benezia?
All clear.
No. Or is that pretty much one and the same anyway? I'm not sure. But obviously, trap was set, and I guess we're. Is that door gonna open? Well, maybe the trap is set. Are we stuck in here? That's gonna really suck. Ah, dude. Come on, seriously? I'm tempted to do a hard save here and see if I reload it. That'll allow me to open the door. If not, obviously I'll have to reload that save. Cool. Yeah, that's the first time I had that bug. Oh, and nope, it ain't gonna open though. Are you serious? Oh man. Um, I don't know. Maybe the auto save too if this don't work. Dude. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, if this don't work, I might have to start from the very beginning of this session.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
I thought she seemed odd.
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I was weapons free.
Ah, it's open this time. Alright. Yeah, that's the first time bug there for me. Well, I'm glad it was able to be resolved. Damn.
They came out of there.
And how do I get in there?
That door's locked. How can I get in?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
I'll ask him this again, but I'm pretty much sure this is covering the same thing he just said, but just see if he says anything different.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
Yeah.
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
Okay.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now we'll go speak to the doctor there and get the give him the cure and then get the maintenance clearance. And we'll come down this way and confront Venezia. And after that, we go on to the hot lab. With the hot labs, I'm not sure like if all of it is restored content or if they've had to kind of add a few things themselves. Mod. But it's pretty awesome.
Something you need?
Yeah. I was attacked. You know anything about that?
I was attacked by the Asari who was in here. She killed your guard.
Dr. Ayala's? But she seemed like the most stable one here.
Mm-hmm.
She was a huntress pledged to the matriarch. A group of Geth were with her.
Geth? I didn't know. God's honest truth, I thought she was just another egghead. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I just don't know that I buy this. What he's selling here.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
This is only in a way in and out to where we just went. Besides through the maintenance, I guess. So there isn't a roundabout. And from where Venezia is. I suppose it is possible. However, Venezia know that that's where we were at right at that moment. He did. We also know that he's lying to us when he said that Venezia went to the hot labs and hadn't come back out. So I don't think that guy's trustworthy in my opinion. Alright, I'm gonna speak with the doc.
Is that the cure? You did it?
I mean, yeah, he knew about it as well, but I don't. Why would he set us up for that? That doesn't make sense to me at all. I'm sorry, attacked me. Nah, that's to me that's immaterial to him. I have that antitoxin.
I think so. It was hard to concentrate while dodging gunfire.
You were attacked? I don't know anything about that. I hate conflict. I've never even fired anyone. I have my receptionist do it.
What a coward.
Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since
Bruh.
you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
I know that's important, but I'm still stuck on you. You had your receptionist do the firings, man. Oh, that's freaking cowardly. Alright, what about getting into maintenance?
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliche. You saved their lives. Do you know that?
I mean, I don't know that I need any medical. I don't think so, but we'll ask him for some.
Could you spare a few medical packs? They're worth their weight in gold up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventralis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
Righto. Can we speak to him some more?
They seem to be coming along well.
That's definitely good to hear. Yeah, let's ask about the patients.
They don't look much better.
It'll take time for them to recover. They're through the worst.
That's good to
Good
hear.
news. I'll see you around.
Of course, be careful.
Pretty fast-acting medicine, it would seem. It's already picking up improvement in them that quickly. Alright. We shall speak now. Well, I'll just demonstrate. If when you first get here, you come straight back into here, and you start unlocking that door, that everybody here turns hostile right away. Like, you can't do any of this side stuff. It's just, it all goes foobar. I mean, of course, that's what you're wanting to do. It's good to have that option. All right, let's talk to this one here.
What? No!
Phelan.
Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
Tell me about Venezia.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Dr. Ialis is... well, she was right over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
Yeah, I have a feeling he does. Can you tell me about the hot labs?
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Yeah, I know. We spoke with him already, but I'll ask him just the same.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
I was kind to him. Tell me about this lab here.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not too fond of it here?
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here, just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
Yep, you gotta keep an eye on that. That's the important part there. Alright, we'll ask him about the situation here.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
On a more personal level.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
Alright, thank you.
Talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Might be plenty of that. Alright, so back down to maintenance. I like how that mod brought Ventrilo's when they had there was that argument and then he came out here. I'm glad they did that though, because it makes it where you don't have to trek all the way back down to where he was again and back and forth. A little bit less trekking of having to do. On the elevator we'll go. We'll have a few elevators in the hot labs to deal with as well. Alright. Hey there, bud. Hang in there. Yep. Yep. Pretty grim. Get us a Rachni right over here, which I'm gonna set on fire pretty much immediately. Done for. Just Be a few things here to loot, and then click on Liara's mom. Think this is the one that leads to her mom, I believe, which we aren't going to go to just immediately. Yeah. Just because there's a few things here to loot. This right here
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
is where the elevator takes you from the one I was telling you about where everything goes foobar. If you go into it, and they'll all start attacking you. That's where this leads to, is right here. All right, I'm fairly certain there will be a auto save in there, but just the same, we'll get our own. Have a talk with the matriarch.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Whatever. I mean, Liara, like, obvious. Actually, it kind of is the why she's here. That you would hope that she'd be able to, reach her, be able to bring her back from the edge. But that's not going to be the case, unfortunately.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
And of course, we know Liara learns that line and repeats it in Mass Effect 2 when Shepard person meets up with her again. And what of Liara?
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
And of course, that lady is the voice of I see now. As I said in the introduction of the series, I don't know Star Trek Generations that well, but I believe that her name is Counselor Troy, something like that. I know she's in Star Trek Next Generation. Oh, that was easy. Expected to go that quick. Oh boy. We'll try getting her shields, and then maybe Liara will be able to pull her. Yeah, that's one thing in Mass Effect 1. You, even if they have shields up, though, you can still pull or whatever. Mass Effect 2 and 3, you have to deplete their shields or barriers before you can do our armor. Or you can lift them. More out there. Is that the end of them? Oh, they're still out there. I'm on them. There we go.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
Your troops are sloppy. I mean, for me, this is the thing that.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
Yeah.
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why should I believe you?
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
Tell me about this indoctrination.
Are you saying he brainwashed you?
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Yeah. How do you get his hands on it?
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Now, how does the relay go lost?
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Yeah, give it to me.
Tell me where the Mu Gate is before I lose my temper.
Of course, Commander. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. You should.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara.
It's nice she got to hear that one last time.
Die!
And the R must be proud of her for showing this kind of fight in herself.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
She didn't check out like no sucker. She tried to fight him best she could. Yeah, hang in there.
Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
I think it probably does lead to demonstrate too how powerful she actually is. That she was able to fight, Sovereign's indoctrination even for that long. It's pretty impressive that she did that. Anything to say, Lyra?
The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
Yeah, I imagine so. I don't ever recall if I've spoken to her like this, so we'll see if she has anything more. If that's
I do not like this place. Too many dark secrets.
yeah, I can't imagine why you would like this place.
The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
Anything from Utah?
The appeal of winter wears thin very quickly.
I love winter, honestly, but yeah, I feel Utah, and this might not be the right time or place to discuss climate. Well, and of course, that was going to be coming up one of the at the time felt like one of the real big decisions in Mass Effect. Um, to say where they went with this in Mass Effect 3, and if you know what the alternative is, it was a bit disappointing. So between saving her and ending her.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Identify yourself. I mean, it's pretty obvious, I think. Why aren't you dead? Yeah, you're not speaking too coherently.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange, flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
Um, I mean, obviously she's controlling this. Oh, sorry. Are you some kind of leader?
Did you order your people to kill the science team?
No, we were locked away here. The children are beyond our songs. They have been lost to silence. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
Alright, I can do that. What is it? What's wrong with them?
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
Indeed not. I'll kill them cheerfully. That won't be so bloodthirsty. Yeah, if you're certain on that, then I'll do it.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Look, those tanks? Acid. Strong enough to kill anything, no matter its biology. They wouldn't have installed that if they weren't afraid of the consequences of her getting loose.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
I do like how, by the companions you bring, um, they all fit within a Paragon Renegade spectrum, and they will, on this portion here, play the part of Angel and Devil on Shepard's shoulder. The most Paragon will obviously play the Angel, and the more renegade relative to the person that is paragon, more paragon, will offer the more devil's advocate view of what needs to be done here. So if Liara is the most paragon of the companions, if memory serves, on all these that I'm about to say, is if my memory is correct, and it may not be. Um, I believe it goes from most paragon to most renegade. I believe it goes Liara, Hayden. I think Tally's in the middle. Garrus is in the middle. I'm a little confused on which. I don't recall which one's more paragon or more renegade. Whether it's Ashley or Rex. I mean, you would think it would be Rex, but I'm not sure. It might be. It might be Ashley. Um, not. I just don't. I don't recall. Um, but I do like what how that plays here. It's a pretty cool little feature to this second to this moment. Um, what would your plans be if I let you go?
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No, we. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Your survival? How'd you get here?
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
Now, for me, this is such a monumental moment. Would be to say, I'm pretty much just gonna exterminate an entire race of species of beings. I don't know that Shep would want that. Well, other than the Reapers, but beyond that, he's a. I just don't think that that's something she'd want to necessarily have that level of blood on her hands. So yeah, I don't think she's gonna kill him. And as I did state a little bit briefly about how what they do with this choice in the Mass Effect 3 is pretty disappointing. If you save the Queen, you run into someone who you know, speaks for her. Sorry, they're on Ilium, and she kind of sends a message that they'll help if they pretty much of like if Shepard needs them, the Reapers come, like they'll have our back. Uh, but for Mass Effect 3, like no matter what you pick, you pretty much get the same thing at that level, where you find either the Rachni Queen or kind of the clone version of it, that the evil clone version of it that the Reapers have some type of construct or something that they made. So no matter what, it's virtually the same mission, the same thing. And the consequences are a little bit different in that clone like version is I think she turns on um, if you don't live her to die uh, on that mission, because same thing where you pick to whether to save the elite Krogan team or to save her. And in this case, the clone one, and and she goes on to betray the mission, the Crucible team working on that, and so yeah, you get some bad results out of it. But to me, I just think they it shouldn't have been if the Queen was exterminated here. I think on that mission there should have been a whole different type of creature than if like you'll either find this Queen there or it'd be some other just completely uh, creature that maybe we haven't even come across before. Maybe some other creature that we have, but the Reapers have manipulated, corrupted, and turned into whatever. But I think that was it was kind of a I don't know a weak thing of that Bioware did on that one. I think they could have done better. But yeah, nah, I'll not kill you though.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Go on, John Williams, Hans Zimmer. Go make your music. Keep composing. Oh, she escapes. All right. Get a save. And I highly doubt they'll have anything new to say.
I do not like this place.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Dark secrets.
All right. And although there used to be a little spot where you could go down and collect something, might have been connected to there. It might have been on the other side. It's no longer here. They did change things slightly. I once did have a crash here. Hopefully nothing like that now. Take things slow and not go to shit. Please. Okay. Alright, and unfortunately, you can't go back. Which to me is a bit of a bummer, because I always wanted to go back and confront Ventralis. You know, and just the rest of them, see the Elcor again, see the Doctor. Like, I wish that you could, but you cannot. And as I said, you can't go through the hot labs through there. So we'll be going into the hot labs restored. We ride on the tram here. All right, take us back there. Where is it at? Where's the hot labs button? Did that say? Oh, I think, do we have to go back and then hit it from over there? I think that's what we have to do. So we return. So normally you do the hot labs, you get in here, and as you're on your way back doing this, you go right. You're just sent directly back to the Normandy. Here, we're gonna go back to Peak 15.
Now arriving at Peak 15 Central Station.
And obviously, I think we could like just leave it as it is here. You don't have to obviously go to the hot lab, but we want to go to the hot lab. We will be going to the hot lab. As long as, yeah, there we go.
Departing Central Station. Destination, Binary Helix Hot Labs.
There definitely is some quirks and some instability type of stuff. It's not perfect, but it's
Quarantine breach.
really well
Biohazard
done.
materials present throughout facility. Neutron purge recommended.
Yep, we'll be looking at that. And here is the gal that Anolar closed the door on, and she just got, completely obliterated. Pretty freaking rough.
User alert. The tram lines are locked down. Quarantine measures must be activated before evacuation may proceed.
What should I do?
What measures are available?
The neutron purge system is functional and may be activated from the operations deck.
Anything more?
User alert. The tram lines are locked down. Quarantine measures must be activated before evacuation may proceed.
Obviously, she just said quarantine measures are in place, but we'll go ahead and
Why keep the crew from evacuating?
The neutron purge must be activated. It is the responsibility of every team member to prevent the spread of contamination.
Are your people so self-interested that this is required?
The neutron purge system is functional and may be activated from the operations deck.
Tally bouncing again. That's pretty cool. You actually got Tally's voice reaction there. Try not to step in that lady's blood. I like how it's kind of dark here too. The music, definitely sets it up as a bit creepy. It's a little easy to get turned around and things here. It can get a little confusing sometimes, but we'll see how it goes. I think I want to create a hard save here, so and maybe I'll keep going over it so that in case I do have trouble here, that quick save I have an out. Although we'll see. More of the same.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Okay. Tell me about the neutron purge.
I need information on the neutron purge.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
That resolve sounds final.
What exactly does this thing do?
The purge is a neutron burst weapon. 2 volumes of fissionable materials are brought together to form a critical mass. Most of the energy is released in the form of high-speed neutrons. This radiation is instantly lethal to any known form of life within 500 meters.
It would be wise to avoid touching any controls without reading the instructions.
That is advisable for all systems within this facility.
All systems, period, because that's kind of what got Liara into a bubble. Can you tell me about the Rachni?
How many Rachni are in here?
I'm sorry, the sensor network is too damaged to provide an accurate count.
She won't give me an estimate, but we'll ask.
Give me your best guess.
Guessing is beyond my design parameters, Commander.
Any survivors?
Are there any survivors in here?
Lady Benezia, an executive secretary of Binary Helix, is on the operations deck.
No shame.
There are no other living crew members within the lab structure.
Yeah, that might be some type of, an element that maybe was once the case, but, give me a situation report.
What's the status of the facility?
Containment breach in Laboratory Pod Gamma. The neutron purge system is functional, but has not been armed.
Excuse me, I'm take a drink of my coffee there.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry. While functional, the system is not armed.
All right, what I need to do?
How do I arm it?
The purge controls are on the operations deck. A clearance key from one of the senior scientists is required to arm the system.
All
We're
right.
moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
Okay. On we go. right here. Doctor, hold up. Okay. Man. Allie is lethal with the shotgun, baby. I think we've already looked at Queen Phoenix armor for Tally. We already have some of that. And it was crap. Yep. What a shame. Anything else to interact with over here? Man. Yep, things went pretty sideways here for everybody involved. But man. Oof.
Online. How can I help you?
Virtually same things here. Yeah, nothing different.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
All right. Here. Oh. Okay, of course. There's another door here at the beginning. We'll go look into that. We'll eventually be going into there. Yeah, I think they did a good job though of creating like the creepy factor. It feels creepy in here. Go ahead and creep. Ain't let me yet do a save. They're dead. Quite a few that are dead everywhere. Okay. Save. Well, I think that's where the Solarian is. Yeah. Speak to him through here.
Yes?
Who are you?
Do you work here? What happened?
I just did what I was told. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm just waiting for the bomb to go off.
I take it he means the neutron bomb, I would imagine.
What bomb are you talking about?
There's one built in case things go wrong.
He must be talking about the neutron purge.
Yep.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Yep. What kind of research were you doing?
You experimented on the Rachni. You meant to use them as weapons.
She watched us more closely than we watched her.
The Queen?
You mean the Rachni Queen?
They'll kill you for knowing that.
Alright, what about, do you have the arming key?
Do you have the arming key for the neutron purge?
It won't make any difference in the end.
It might. Yeah. We're here to help.
My crew and I came to get this station under control. You'll be safe with us.
If we make it to operations, I have the arming key for the bomb.
Alright, get him out. him to get to from Purge. There's more in here. What we got here? Oh, cool. We'll take it. Not sure where my team went, but we'll just continue forward.
Are you certain this is all right, Shepard? Him?
Yeah, he's not quite right.
I am concerned his experience may have unhinged him.
I told you so.
Oh dear!
Yep. All right, man. Dude broke. Okay, down into here we go. What I wanted to do, create a few that I can go back on, forth on. All right. All right. You guys will recognize this gentleman here from the normal game.
Are you here to secure the situation?
You doing all right there, bud?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
Yep, talk quick then.
I understand that we'll be dead soon. Talk fast.
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
Eggs had to be ancient.
1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries, this is miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
No need for a male?
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Now these Rachni definitely aren't obedient.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
No, I mean, we've already been told we can't really save them. But yeah, we're running out of time, bud.
This is fascinating, but we don't have time to chat.
These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
We've heard about this a few times now, but we'll ask again. Neutron purge?
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
All right, give me a minute. I don't recall. Is there something that I could pick up around here? I don't think so. Just tell me how.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira the start.
Now you can actually talk to him a little bit.
Much time. I die under ice. Is not so bad death. I am born in Arkhangelsk. There is closure.
Anything I could do to help?
Is there anything we can do for you?
Nah. What I ask for, eh? A strong vodka is nice, but it would just leak out. Code is 875-020-079. You tell Mira that. Then tell her Code Omega local execution. Everything run automatic from there. You leave quickly, yes? I will become puddle of goo, but I am thinking I will not care so much. This is all for me. I am thinking. I try to think of good, inspiring last words. Maybe something like...
Yeah. I like that though. That's kind of cool that you get some last words from him. Alright. Get that little last conversation with him. Him yearning for his vodka.
Warning. Neutron purge armed. Employees, please proceed to the tram station in a calm and orderly fashion.
Yep. No panic. Now we're just gonna have to tell Mira to set it off. Being sure there wasn't anything else around here to pick up. Alright. It's where that one save said Normandy, even though we're obviously here in the hot labs in Novaria. Yeah, things definitely aren't finished here. Okay. Arm it. Am I going that way or am I? Can I arm it? I'm sure it's probably the furthest one, and then I gotta run. I think that's what it is. You gotta kind of run the gauntlet here. It goes off just like on the vanilla game. And you said you gotta have a lot shorter sprint on that one. You gotta basically get through one room into the elevator. Here we're gonna have to rerun through all of this. But I'm really glad that someone created this and restored it. Oh shit. All right. Up. All right. Here goes next.
Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Now, obviously, in terms of role playing, yeah, Shepard wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it because I think it's funny.
6 Semper Tyrann 3.
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
All right, I'll do that. I'll turn myself in.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
I have the code.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
There it is. We gotta get the hell out of Dodge. We got
Warning.
2 minutes.
Neutron purge system activated. Immediate evacuation recommended. Neutron purge system activated. Immediate evacuation recommended.
Yeah, it's those frickin' that poison, man, that they hit you with. I just seen my shields up. I thought I was safe, but I forgot. That ain't enough.
Warning. Neutron purge system activated. Immediate evacuation recommended. Warning. Neutron purge system activated. Immediate evacuation recommended.
Keep on moving. Get the hell out of here.
Warning.
Yeah,
Neutron
I'm not gonna worry
purge
about my
system
mates because
activated. Immediate evacuation recommended.
they will fast travel to me once I get on board the tram. Yeah, in fact, I
Warning.
just did right there.
Neutron purge system activated.
Well done,
Immediate
girls.
evacuation recommended.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, speaker.
Warning. Neutron purge system activated. Immediate.
And this does allow us to go back to the port here, which we're now back here. In the original game, you just get sent back to what do you call that? I'll do a quick save now. You just automatically transported back to on board the Normandy. Seen that? Oh, okay, I was curious if we go out there, speak to the guards or something, but no. But we can speak to Lee here and get a little bit different dialogue.
So what happened up there?
Yeah, we'll tell him and.
Would you believe Rachni?
Trying to pull one over on the old campaigner, eh? It's been an Asari's age since there are any Rachni. If you can't say anything, no big deal. Points for imagination, though, eh? So what can I do for you today?
Yeah, we already asked him about that earlier, but I don't think there's anything new.
What was that about
We'll
synthetic insights?
Analeus had shut down SI. Looks like he was trying to blackmail them. It happens often enough. He got caught this time, though. Looks like the executive board is going to feed him to the Nathak.
Yep, all right.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Okay, the only thing we're gonna do here now is we'll go to Annalise's old office because I believe that Lord Dean is now taking it over, basically. So we'll just say hi, and then we'll move on. Get back on board the ship. No more Gianna Parsini. She's, of course, moved on. All right, Keen hasn't filled the position of secretary or receptionist. There we go.
Spectre, how good of you to return.
Congratulations.
You're the administrator now.
Quite so. It is all thanks to you. With the evidence you recovered, I was able to present my case to the executive board. Mr. Annaleus was asked to submit his resignation. The board gave me his position. Let's say out of gratitude. Now, if you don't mind, I have many operations to bring myself up to speed on.
Right on. Well played, sir. I'll take the fast travel to the docking bay. I don't believe Matsu will be down there any longer, but we'll see if she's there. Docking bay. Well, I'm glad we made it through. I should wait, not jinx it. But about to say, I'm glad we made it through without uh, any crashes here on Novaria. We did have that little glitch there with when the trap got set. Couldn't escape the room. Oh, she is here, but I don't think we'll be able to really talk. We'll see.
Commander, I'm glad you stopped to talk. I wanted to tell you how unfortunate it was that Analeus Sama was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Rest assured, I bear you no ill will.
Nice. She's a stand-up gal, and I'm glad I did stop to talk to her. I wasn't sure. But yeah, he was a criminal.
Unfortunate. He was a criminal, Captain.
The Executive Board is not concerned with galactic law, Commander. That's why this planet was settled, after all. As far as they are concerned, Analeus Sama went too far. On Novaria, you may do what you wish, so long as you do not disturb public order. I only request that you limit the number of disturbances you provoke. I would consider it a favor.
On that one, sure, I'll do my best.
I don't intend to make life difficult for anyone.
I appreciate that, Commander. If you will excuse me, I must file reports on this incident. Good day.
Good day. Let's see you in Mass Effect 3. There we go. Finished Novaria. I'll give it one last quick save before we get on board. We'll obviously have a little meeting there in the comms room with everybody. By the way, the one that says, about it scanning us here, the essentially the Normandy's what do they call it on here? A VI. That voice for it that does it here when the scanning tells you about the scanning going on and tells you when you're leaving is about XO Presley stands for that one. That's Mark Mear's wife who actually gives voice to this VI, but she won't ever scan me. Right there, that lady. Nope, not me.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
Not so fast.
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
I'm down.
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Yeah, don't let it happen again. Enough of that shit.
We're done here. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Yep.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
I mean, had I had the opportunity to be able to communicate directly right then at that moment with the council and get their advice on what to do best here on this, and not just have it, where I was going to make the call on whether this species is getting exterminated or not, we ought to at least take in your advice and come to that, come to a different conclusion, maybe. But I kind of doubt it. But nevertheless, didn't have that option. And that also is, I think, part of being a Spectre as well, though, is that you don't need to check in every time you are given that kind of autonomy. But with that kind of level of decision, an extinction level event is basically what I was going to be able to execute here. Like, Shepard just wasn't willing to do that. So, migrations until they overrun the galaxy. I mean, it's unknowable, unfortunately, but not my problem. They won't. Give me her word. I'm gonna trust her.
This queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
All right. Here we go. I'll now be. I'm gonna speak to Joker, and then Presley. Then I'll probably call it a session, because I head down right before we speak to Liara. Cause, she'll be the first one I want to speak to after, besides Joker here, about losing her mom.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
Technically, you're not off over yet. We haven't backed out. But I don't think there's anything more.
I have to go.
All right,
that.
see ya.
I mean, you get a lot more from Joker in Mass Effect 2 and 3, of course, but he gives you a little bit after the main missions. It's nice. But yeah, that took enough time that we aren't going to go about speaking to everybody here now. I'm going to call it a session here, like I said, right before I speak to Liara. Just chocolates real quick, too. You can always check your locker right after major missions. Replenish our grenades if we need to. No, we've already picked up enough. Chocolates has anything new to say?
Yes, Commander? Is there
Nope.
something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Right here before Liara is where we're going to call it. When we come back next time, we'll be speaking with Liara and with the rest of our crew, and then we will do a number of side missions. Not sure how many, but we'll get a few of them done, and then once we kind of do that, the next kind of big mission we'll be doing is bringing down the sky. But thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I hope you'll follow me on the next time when we do this. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching. Catch y'all later. Later.